Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have this HP ENE X360 module number 15-PP152WM. Okay, today I will show you how to program the ENE chip. I actually wanted to program this ENE chip or the KBC, the EC chip, but I couldn't find any information about this motherboard. No schematics, no board view, no nothing about it. The model number of this motherboard is Lakers u42 MB16906-2. So if you have this motherboard number or part number, you will not find any information about it. And if you want to program the ENE chip using the keyboard connector, you will not be able to distinguish between the pins of the keyboard connector. So you will not be able to know, for example, the KSI4, KSI5, KSI6 and KSI7, these pins that are used to program the ENE chip. So what I did is actually I purchased this programmer from AliExpress, and what you want to do to program the chip is to take the chip out of the board, put it here on this board, this breakout board, and then connect this to your computer and do the programming. But this is a little bit time consuming when you want to program this, for example, this ENE chip. You don't want to take it out, then reball it, then put it back to test if the programming is correct or not, or if it will work or not. So what I did is actually I reverse engineered the pins that are used on this board, little board. I will show you the picture of it, and also I took the ENE chip out of the board and I took a picture of it, so to compare the pins that are used to program the chip. This wire is also came with this adapter, with this programmer. So if you want to program it using the flying wires and solder the wires into the board. So we have KSI7, the green wire, then we have KSI6, orange wire, then we have KSI5, yellow wire, and then we have KSI4, which is the white wire. Then we have ground and power, 3.3 volts, the black and red wires. So what you do is take this breakout board, connect this to the programmer, and solder the wires into the motherboard. So you don't need to take the ENE IC out. So let me show you the picture of this and the connections that goes to these wires, and also the picture of this board and where you will connect your wires if you want to program this chip. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so here is the board that came with the programmer, and my ENE chip is actually KB9028G. So these points, the yellow, orange, white and green, represent the wire colors of my programmer. So if you want to program your ENE chip using the wires, you need to connect to these wires. So I traced these wires, and also I traced the power wires and the ground wires, and I found this one and this one are actually ground. This one is tied to ground, but it is not ground on the actual motherboard. And also this one is actually not 3.3 volts, but it is tied to 3.3 volts on this board. Okay, so let me show you the picture of the board. So here is the picture of my board or motherboard. Okay, so here the ENE chip is soldered. Here we have pin number 1. As you can see, here we have the yellow wire to be connected here, but instead you're going to connect it here. Okay, so here we have pin 32, pin 31, pin 30, 29, 28 and 27. So 27 is the yellow wire and it is the KSI5, or it is the clock. The white one, this one, is pin 28 and it is KSI4 and it's chip select. Then at pin 30 we have the orange wire and it is the KSI6, or master out slave in. And at pin 31 it's the green wire, which is this one, this dot over here, and this pin is KSI7, or master in slave out. Okay, the KSO3, if you want to connect it, this is actually ground. So if you have a programmer with KSO3, then connect the KSO3 to ground. And 3v3 is actually this dot of the motherboard, or here these dots, which goes to these red dots on the ENE IC. This one, which is tied to the 3v3 on the breakout board, this one, let me show you, this pin is actually not connected to 3v3 on the board, but it is tied to 3v3. So this pin is actually going here, and I wrote there tied to 3v3, and this pin which is tied to ground is going here, and I wrote there this is the enable pin and it is tied to ground. So to enable the chip programming, you need to tie this pin to ground. Okay, I don't think that you will need this pin to be connected to 3v3. You just need to power on the board so you can program the IC. So you connect the wires here, KSI5, KSI4, KSI6, KSI7 and KSO3 to the ground, and 3v3 to this dot here, or these dots where they go to the 3v3 pins of the ENE chip. Then you will be able to program it using any programmer that support SPI programming. For example, if you have this programmer which is RT809F serial ISP programmer, you can use this one to program this ENE chip. You need this board, little board that comes with this programmer, and these wires also came with it. So you connect these here like so, you connect this one here, and then you go and connect these wires here. You just need to know the pinout of this board, and it is available at the manual of this programmer. Okay, so this is how you can program the IC or the EC chip of this motherboard without taking out this ENE IC. Okay, so I hope you get benefits of this video. If you like it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you want the pictures that I took of this board and also the motherboard, I will leave them at the video description. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you in another video.